Okay, we're going to look at upgrading PKS here, and really what we want to look at is the ease of which you can upgrade your Kubernetes clusters that are in your environment with PKS. We're not going to go into great detail of all the steps that are included. We'll show them here. There's some time lapse to reduce the amount of time it takes to convey this, but none of the steps have been omitted. What we're doing right now is looking at the tile for PKS, as well as a couple of the CLI tools that we use from an ops side to work with the Kubernetes and PKS APIs. You're going to need to review which version you have and which version you can upgrade from. But if you're upgrading on a release by release basis, you can omit this step, and you should be upgrading on a release by release basis in this environment. Once you have the files, you go to PCF Ops Manager, you import the new tile version or the new version of PKS that you're going to be deploying and upgrading to. In this case, it's 1.3.0. Once you've imported the tile, you add it. And in this case, we need a stem cell update. So we'll click on missing stem cell, click on import stem cell, and add that. Apply it to our product. And at this point, we can go to our installation dashboard and apply our changes. We'll click on review pending changes, but before we apply them, let's take a quick look at our Kubernetes cluster version that we're running at right now. So that once we're done upgrading, we'll see that we have gone to a new version of Kubernetes. So right now at 1.11.4. And we're on 1.2.6 PKS going to 1.3.0. So we click on apply changes, and this is where the majority of our time lapse is going to occur. This took an hour and a half in my lab. It would take far less in production, or potentially far more, depending on your resources versus the number of clusters you're upgrading. But you'll eventually get the changes applied. You can review your output. And you're done. That's all it takes to upgrade your PKS environment, and more importantly, your Kubernetes clusters. So we were at 1.11.4 before upgrade, and after upgrade, we can see with our kubectl get pods, nodes, we're at 1.12.4. It's as simple as that to upgrade all of your Kubernetes clusters. So I think this is one of the greatest benefits of PKS when you look at operationalizing Kubernetes. Vulnerabilities will occur, new versions of Kubernetes will release. When you need to upgrade your Kubernetes clusters that are in production, how do you do that? What's involved with that process? This is, in my mind and in my experience, the single easiest way to address and deal with that challenge.